Oh, there we go. Now we
Can you
got
hear
you.
me?
Yeah,
All right.
now we got you. So now,
right.
Jared Cannonier, welcome back to Menace and the Man. Sorry about the little technical difficulties.
Woo!
Glad to be back.
Skype's a real douchebag.
Yeah, you look great, dude.
Well, thank you.
Yeah.
Well, you obviously know Dennis. Stan the man
Yep.
here. He likes to beat me. He's very abusive, Menace.
Yeah.
I think it's time to get you back in the octagon, man. Get yourself another fight.
Yeah, I'll fight Stan.
Yeah, but they ain't taking me in the octagon, so we're
Yeah,
going to have to
'cause you're
fight.
fat.
I'm
Are
chubby.
you still on the contract?
Nah, I
Dennis?
retired in January.
Oh, that's right. You did retire. That's right. Yeah.
I started.
Are you still?
I started crying, and I put my gloves in the center of the octagon like a little girl.
Where'd you retire? In Brooklyn?
Yeah. In New York.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That is home, right?
Yep.
You saw that one, right?
Yeah, I did. We had a few guys on that card, as a matter of fact.
And now you train out in the lab, right?
Yeah.
Oh, I fought your guy.
Who'd you fight? Did you fight? Yeah, you did fight Casey, huh? Yeah, that's right.
No, Tay Edwards.
Yeah, Tay.
Oh, you fought Tay. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I
Yo,
call him
hang
Tay.
on.
It's T.
Oh, when you
T.
see him, tell me while I'm on the show.
Tell him what?
We want him on the show.
Okay, I'll let him know.
I want to catch up with him. And then I gotta text Benson myself. How's he doing?
He's doing good, man. He's doing good. Got that third baby here now, so
That's right.
their hands are full.
Damn.
And now
That's still
he's
still
one of the
training
head
and
coaches
fighting.
out there, right?
Yeah. I mean, he's one of the leaders on the team. Yeah. He doesn't necessarily coach, but he
No, but he's cornering you guys. He pays attention to your training to a certain extent now.
Yeah.
If he thinks you're doing something wrong, he'll probably tell you.
Yep.
Right?
Yeah.
If you're drunk in a bar, he'll come pick you up.
Well, not me, because you won't find me drunk in a bar.
You don't drink, right?
Not necessarily. No. I have a drink here and there.
Right.
Like after my fight, on my way on the plane, I had me a nice a gin and thing. But it had been a long time before that since I had a drink. But I know I wanted to celebrate that one on the plane trip home. So
yeah, because I did some military tour with him overseas, and we went to like Italy and Spain, and he was getting ready for a fight too at the same time.
Yeah.
But he doesn't drink besides that, so it was like I felt like a bad person around him.
That's the mirror, man.
Hang on, but I felt so bad, dude. We were in Spain and Italy, like eating like the finest foods, and he was eating way more than I thought like he should have.
Yeah,
but like he also is like he doesn't get too much overweight. You know what I mean? Like
he has no fat on his body, so his metabolism is probably fucking ridiculous.
Yeah, and then one night we went had dinner, and then Gray was with us, Maynard. And I was just following Gray's lead, and we were smashing beers, So the next day we did our seminar, and Benson was like, "Yo, hey Dennis, you want to do some two and twos with me?" I was like, "What's that?" He's like, "I do 2 takedowns, you do takedowns." Like, oh, I never heard it called that. And this motherfucker would take me down, and after takedown, like holding me and making it hard for me to get up. I'm like, "Yo, dude." And he fucking smoked me.
Yeah.
Even though we weren't going live, he wrecked me. And I was like a little hungover and shit like that. And I was like, man, I was dying, right? I was dying. We did probably 35, 40 minutes. I'm dying. I'm like, you know what? Fuck this dude, man. I don't need to be doing this shit.
That's just our warm up on grappling days right there.
Yeah.
We run around in a circle, do a few stretches and stuff like that. Then we do 2 and 2s for like 30 minutes, and they alter it. They alter it throughout the course of that 30, 40 minutes. But it's go pace, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You're wrestling and
takedown, and then your right hands on as the guy gets up. But the thing is, I was like, man, had I known we were gonna do this, I would have did it to you, motherfucker, and got you tired. Because by the time I picked up, I'm like, yo, man, this guy's giving me a hard time. It's hard to getting up. It was too late. I was already kind of zapped. Damn.
Well,
that was my first couple of weeks there, man. Not knowing what to expect.
Right.
So you go in there and you get a partner, and they just handle your ass. And okay, next time I'm gonna up the tempo a little bit, match that intensity. And I wasn't a good wrestler back then, so I kept trying, like the little engine that could. But
Because who else is out of that gym? There's a 45 right there. Caesar, is that?
A 45er?
Yeah.
Not Caesar. We got some. I don't think we have any professional 45ers anymore.
I know Mackenzie Dern used to be out of that gym.
Is Bruce Leroy out of there?
That's right. Yeah.
Bruce Leroy's out of that
Caceres.
gym.
Yeah. Alex. We got a bunch of guys. I forgot Alex is a 45er.
Yeah. I'm like, God damn, this guy.
Yeah, they got.
We got a bunch of, but it's some good wrestlers. There's a bunch of really good wrestlers. James Nakashima is a really good wrestler out of there. A bunch of guys who aren't really on the in the limelight as far as being on the pro circuit go, but they're making their way up there. But these are really good high level wrestlers who I'm learning a lot from. So I'm getting better just working with, being in the same room with them. I'm getting better.
That's what the fuck's up, my dude.
But yeah, my brain, and now I'm looking on their Instagram, I'm not seeing anyone other than Benson and the Killer Gorilla, but I know that they do have a lot of high-level guys.
Yeah. We got a bunch of guys who wrestled at collegiate level wrestling, you know what I'm saying? And James Nakashima is one of them. I think he wrestled at, was it Nebraska? He wrestled at. Mark Martin who wrestled at Ohio.
And that's John Crouch, right?
Yeah, at the lab.
Yeah, so one of the more underrated, underheralded coaches in the game.
Yeah, coach is the man. He knows exactly what he's doing, and I've moved down there and put my career in his hands, and he's come through this big time. So I appreciate him a lot.
Oh, and you've been killing it. You have a win over arguably one of the greatest of all time in Anderson Silva. And now you just smoked Jack Hermansson, who was one of the guys touted as the next guy at middleweight.
Yeah, they were trying to build him up tough.
Yeah.
Yep, he has. They gave him a lot of steam beating Jacare the way he did. So
deservedly though too.
Yeah.
Yeah, he did really well against Jacare. But I'm a different animal, so
yeah, I like that.
I had to go in there and take that steam away from him.
Oh, for sure, you're a gorilla. So now. The next fight, it's looking like, is going to be Adesanya versus Paulo Costa. Who do you think wins that one?
I hate making predictions. I don't like saying this guy's going to win or that guy's going to win. I'm not biased in any regard as far as who's going to win in that fight. But I would say that Adesanya definitely has the better chances of winning. I think he's a more proficient striker. He's definitely longer than his opponent. And, just from just seeing what those guys have been doing, you know what I'm saying? It's not that they're just going in there being great fighters. These guys, it's a great team that they have over there as well. Great coaches. And when you mix a great fighter with a great coach, it's going to be hard to beat that. I'm not familiar with what Costa, where he trains at, or what his training regimen is like. But the dude's an animal too, as big as he is, as strong as he is. He's a black belt in jiu-jitsu, but we hadn't seen none of his, hardly any of his jiu-jitsu.
I feel like if you're in the UFC and you're Brazilian, you're a black belt. That's how it works.
Well, there's some Brazilians in there that's not black belts, right? Is Edson Barbosa a black belt?
Probably.
He might be Edson. By now, he's been in the game for so long.
Yeah.
Why do you do?
He sure as hell doesn't use any of his.
What are you in jiu-jitsu?
I'm a purple belt.
Yeah, I'm a white belt, one stripe.
You are?
Yep.
Yeah, I'm a purple belt because I don't really train too much in my gi.
Same.
I don't train as consistently as I could.
Sames.
You gotta fuck up one of your boys that's a black belt. I'd be like, you know what? I'll give you a black belt just because it makes me feel better about myself.
Well, I get in there and mix it up. We got a bunch of black belts in there on the mats, a bunch of really high-level brown belts who compete regularly in jiu-jitsu competitions and stuff. On our fight team, Tequinho is on our fight team, and he's just an animal. He just won a couple of jiu-jitsu tournaments in the last couple of weeks, so...
Augusto Mendez is the other guy that I couldn't think of. Yeah, he's from the MMA Lab. Yeah, he's a killer, that dude.
Yep. So, again, it's a lot of experience in there. It's a lot of different types of skills these guys possess. and I'm learning from each and every one of them, and trying to make myself better.
Oh, for sure. And so what do you think will be next for you? You think like a Yoel Romero type fight sounds good for you?
Well, that's what everybody's talking about. You know, a contender fight, one or two fights before title. So I would say Romero or Whittaker will be the best fights that will get me to the title. Gastelum or Till, whoever wins out of that. And who else is ahead of me? Costa. So, like I said before, man, if not the title, the fight that's going to get me there. So at number 5, there's only so many fights I can have before, you know what I'm saying, they have to give me a title fight. And I feel at this point, at the level that I'm at now, I think it's only going to be one more fight. It doesn't matter who it's going to be. You know, just hopefully, you know, the right guy shows up at the fight. You know, nothing crazy happens, nobody gets injured or anything like that. So,
oh yeah, I think it's going to be Costa versus Adesanya next. And if you if you could get in there with Whittaker or Romero, then that puts you next in line for that next title shot after that.
Yeah, that's how I see it, at least, or at least that's how it looks. But you know, we'll never know what happens. You know, they can schedule Adesanya versus Costa, and then something happens, somebody get diarrhea the day of the fight, and you know they need a replacement. So I'll be ready for whatever happens, and I'm gonna hope for the best.
What's your story? Do you have I don't know, you're poor, or like your dad wasn't around, or like do you have something where like you didn't have your legs didn't work for 2 years? Do you have something that?
Well, I used to have some magic shoes, but
magic shoes?
No.
Are you a street fighting legend?
Yeah, like do you have reference?
No, man, nothing special.
You're just
nothing...
you just always you were like a B+ student always, like
I was a B+ student.
Never struggled, like was like pretty good at everything.
No, I had a pretty good upbringing, pretty clean upbringing. No trouble. No, not too much adverse. I didn't grow up in the hood or anything. I didn't grow up in the ghetto or anything. I did grow up in Dallas. I did grow up around in the area where you can't be no punk ass bitch or anything like that. Or
you should just make up something like, yo man, like I beat up a shark one time. And just stick with it every interview. Like, yeah, like the toughest part of my life was, a shark tried to attack me and I fucking gave it the people's elbow and I'm still here today to fight tonight. So yeah.
Well, again, I'd have to put time and energy into a whole script and all that. Hang on,
that took me 1 minute. Just that's it. That's your one. Like, yeah, I beat up a shark one time. Next,
his game is just keep beating people up.
Yeah,
there you go. Beat the shit out of people.
You beat up Anderson Silva, then Jack Hermansson, and Dave Branch, who's a friend of the show. We've had him on before, and he's one of the like underrated but highly touted at the same time, if that makes sense. Like he's really skilled. He came as like a two-weight world champion when he came into UFC. So, and you beat him, then you beat Anderson, then you beat Jack Hermansson. That's a solid threesome right there. Solid resume at middleweight that put you right in title talks.
Yeah. So it's been a very fortunate series of events for me. So I'm going to take full advantage of it. And again, I'm ready for the position that I'm in, putting myself in. I'm ready for all the challenges that's to come, and I'm excited to see what happens next.
Oh, for sure. Well, we want to get you back on the show. The way you said Lou's trying to book you other interviews, just keep coming on Menace and the Man every week because we fucks with you. And then we'll figure out. Now we realize, because that's what I tried to message, like whatever her name was, Jeremiah or Jessica, Jeremiah, whatever her name was. I messaged her like, "Do you have an iPhone?" She never got back to me. Then we called her and she was actually really rude. So, but Jared Cannonier is not rude. He's the man.
Yep.
One of our favorite guests.
Who are you yelling at? The kids?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, my kid. He keeps carrying his cat around.
He's about to get clawed up.
Yo, I used to stay scratched up because I wouldn't leave my cat alone.
He is scratched up, man. His hands, his feet.
Well, how's he gonna learn?
It be pissing me off though, man. I don't like these animals. I don't like bringing these animals into my house. Free room, free board for them to claw up and scratch up my kids. You know what I'm saying? Those are my priority to protect them. I ain't finna let no animal think that they're big enough and bad enough to come in
So
here
put it outside
and mess with minds. Say what?
Put it outside.
It's a cat. Well, shit, man. I would, but
That's a quick solution.
It's an expensive cat, though. So.
Oh, we got those Savannah cats?
Oh hell no, not a Savannah. It's a Bengal.
Okay.
Oh, so you have a mini.
Yeah, but
mini
you're probably
tiger.
doing pretty well.
Huh?
Your main event now. You're probably doing.
And I would think, did they give you got a bonus for beating up Jack Hermansson?
Yeah,
No,
he did.
Yeah, I did.
Oh, yes, you got that bonus check coming.
Yeah, but he gets taxed on it. You got to pay his trainers on that. I get it.
Oh,
Motherfuckers like, oh, you balling? You got the bonus. Like, no, dude.
Yeah.
That's why I pay my
I gotta
bills.
pay him, my manager, and I gotta pay tax on that. It shouldn't even taxed yet.
Yeah. Not to mention, I got to pay taxes in Denmark and then pay the taxes on it back here in America.
I wouldn't pay tax in Denmark. I would just be like, I'm not fighting there again. Weird.
Yeah, arrest me. Send people to come get me from Denmark.
They'll come. Well, they'll probably come and get my ass.
Yeah. You beat up Jack Hermansson, they'll be like, nah, we're sending a crew.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We'll take that motherfucker down.
Fuck that.
They can try.
We appreciate your time. We'd love to get you, like I said, back on the show as soon as possible, next week, the week after, because we had a little bit of audio difficulty before. We want to get the Jared Cannonier story.
Yep.
Obviously, you and Menace have a lot to talk about, both being professional fighters.
Yep.
Yeah, man.
And then, tell T, tell Bruce Leroy, and tell Benson I'm coming for all of them. I want them on the show.
I'll let them know, man.
All right.
There's a lot of people who want to get Ben on. He's just hard to reach, I guess.
Well, we were going to, if you didn't pick up, we were going to start pranking Ben.
Yeah. No, hang on. If you did not pick up, I was going to call him next. No notice.
Oh, man.
Yep. So.
And then he would have answered, been like, yeah, Menace, you remember that 2-2.
No, I think Ben is probably getting on the mats now.
Oh. Lord, yeah, he ain't answering that shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's about to be on the mats.
Yeah, I'm about to leave here, too. Don't stand.
Well, all right, Jared. We appreciate your time. Thank you again for joining us, and we'll talk to you soon.
All right, guys. I appreciate you having me on.
All right, player.
Until
Thanks
next
for coming
time.
through. Yep.
All right, guys.
Peace.